I can tell you every day that I get calls from people that bought a timeshare, got a credit card, was maxed out. They had no idea that this was going to happen. And then they go online and look for different options of how they can get this help. So they go online, they Google timeshare cancellation, timeshare relief, whatever the case may be, and they find a whole series of lists of companies up there. Now, when you're looking at Google and you're looking at those top sets of pages, or the top three or top four, those are just paid for ads. Those are just paid for people and not necessarily providing the best service. So they just have a bigger budget and are able to demonstrate, that they have a good marketing skill. One thing you want to look at for companies that are going to get you out of your timeshares, are they the actual ones that are going to do the service? So are they just like a middleman, or they're going to sign you up and send you to a different company to do the fulfillment? And then also, do they have any type of licensing or registration? And not what I mean by are they registered as a company, but do they have any regulatory licensing, such as a license with the Department of Financial Regulation? Do they have paralegaling? Now, one thing you do have to be careful of is when you're dealing with companies that say, I have a team of attorneys, I have a legal team behind me, or I have one listed on my website, and that's the attorney that's going to be overseeing our program. A lot of those are just almost false advertisement. They get an attorney to agree to put it on their website, so then they can give you this false sense that there's an attorney working on your case. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and they're not there to defend you in any shape or form. In fact, just ask the company, is that attorney going to defend me in court? And if I can't get out, or the timeshare says no, will you sue them for me? And the answer will be no. So really, it's just a demonstration to have a false sense of comfort that there is somebody of an attorney that is going to be, looking after you. The next thing is when you're dealing with anyone that has a timeshare cancellation program and they have law written in their name, or there's attorney written in somewhere and they are not one, then that is unlicensed practice of law. And it's actually a felony charge to do that. So it's something that is, you don't want to be around people that are misrepresenting themselves, or saying that they're going to get things done, or saying that they're one thing and they're not. It's basically like the timeshare all over again. So, with that being said, you could look around online and you could see who's out there. If they're a new company, been made in the last 2 years, probably they haven't been in business long enough to really show that they can even get anything done. For example, we've been in business for 7 years. We're going on our seventh year, and we have hundreds and hundreds of releases. Now, some of them come within 3 months, some of them come within 8 months, and some of them take 24 months. There's not one company out there that's been in business for less than 3 or 4 years that says they get thousands of people out of their timeshare because they haven't even had enough time to do so. So, with that being said, I hopefully this shared or gave you some information, give you some insight on what's going on. Also, when you want to look at like pricing, like how much should I even be charged for something like this? Well, if you have one or two timeshares and you're being charged 30, 40, $50,000, then you really have to start looking at what's going on. I've dealt with many customers that have had one timeshare and were charged an exorbitant amount of money for something that they've owned for years and years and years, or don't even have a mortgage. So when we look at timeshare cancellation, there's a couple factors that play and that are involved in this. One is, how long did you own it? What company do you have? Do you have a loan on it? Are you defaulted or are you not? And then what is the current company's history or portfolio that is dealing with those types of timeshares? Now, if not all timeshare companies are going to also deal direct with the timeshare cancellation company until there's a couple factors in play. Some of them are a limited power of attorney, some of them is a negotiation, but you have to look at it as we're dealing with a private membership and we're not dealing with real estate. And so there's a lot of things that I want you to be very wary of, and hopefully this helps. I'll post some more videos up in regards to this. I'm Mark Anderson. I've been in the timeshare cancellation industry for about 13, 14 years. And I came from risk management, I came from credit management and debt collection. And from this experience of not only working with this field, not as an exit company, but as other things, credit management, I've reverse engineered a lot and I've negotiated and spoke to a lot of timeshare resorts and coming to find a solution as a happy medium that it's a win-win. They're able to have a win on their side and the client's able to have a release or transfer. And that's really where it comes down to. If you're interested in wanting to learn more, I do have a free guide that will tell you how to do timeshare cancellation on your own if you'd like to. If you don't feel like you have the patience or the dedication to want to do it, then of course that's where we come into play. But give us a call. We do a free consultation. We'll go over all your options if you have any. They're really what it is at the end of the day is you can keep it and try to use it. You can not pay for it and take your chances and maybe get sued or foreclosed on, or you can try to sell it, which is the market's flooded right now. And if it's not paid off and you don't have a fixed week, then you're not going to sell it anyways. You need to have a fixed week and it needs to be paid off. Then lastly is to hire someone to get out of it. Now, who are you going to hire, and how much are they going to cost, and what are they going to actually get done for you? That's the big. That's what you really need to identify. Do they handle your credit report? They need to. Do they handle the debt, like debt collector defense? They need to. Do they handle all the legal document preparation, filing the reports, any type of UCC liens, the power of attorneys, the deed transfers, affidavits, anything like that that's going to be required. Also, like any of the FTC filings, police reports, anything that's needed specifically for your case that needs to get done. And then finally is, well, what happens if debt collectors violate me? What if my credit report's getting beat up and it's not supposed to? What happens if my consumer rights are being violated? That's when the attorneys come involved, not required, because we can file pro se and we can do federal filings pro se. Because again, when you're in with our program, we have a membership in ourselves. So together we have a like-minded membership of people that needed to lower legal fees by pooling together, and we have an education system for legal defense against timeshares. Everyone's a timeshare owner, everyone needs help, and that's our private membership association. And together, groupings of us, large hundreds and hundreds of us, are able to now negotiate with timeshare resorts and financial firms, credit card companies, and so forth, while keeping our costs low and getting things done. Um, and that is something that nobody out there is doing, and I'm not going to explain right now. But if you become a member or client of ours, then you sure will learn and find out. I'm Mark Anderson with Consumer Consulting Group, and I look forward to speaking with you.